You ever have one of those moments where someone gives you an opinion you definitely did not ask for? Like, you're just minding your business, enjoying a sandwich, and someone walks in like, bread is basically toxic, right? And suddenly you're questioning your whole life, all because of a sandwich. Yeah, this video is for that moment. Because today, we're talking about something that can seriously change your whole emotional life. How to stop caring so much about what people tell you, especially when it's unhelpful, unnecessary, or just totally off base. Let's start with something nobody teaches you growing up. Humans act like we're immune to random opinions, but we're actually super sensitive to them. You'll hear someone say something simple like, "You look tired today." And even though you pretend you don't care, your brain is already pulling up Google like, "Do I have a vitamin deficiency?" But here's the truth. The problem usually isn't what people say. It's the way we treat every opinion like it's a legally binding statement. Someone says, "I don't think that's the right career for you," and suddenly you're awake at 2 a.m., eating cereal and questioning your entire existence. So today, we're breaking that habit. Not by turning into emotionless robots, not by ignoring everything people say, but by adjusting that mental filter, the one that decides what deserves to enter your head and what should be kicked out immediately. Let's start with the big one. Not every opinion is your problem to solve. Some people talk simply because their brain has autocorrect set to share every thought. They can't help it. You could be wearing a blue shirt and they'd be like, I liked you better in green. Cool. Amazing. Truly life-changing information. But here's the thing. You don't have to take that personally. Start imagining every opinion as a package delivered to your mental doorstep. If the package is clearly not for you, like it's addressed to someone who asked or a version of you that doesn't exist, don't sign for it. Let it get returned to sender. Not your package, not your problem. And honestly, that mindset alone is freeing. Number 2, pay attention to who you're listening to. Think of your mind like an exclusive VIP club. Not everyone gets access. Some people shouldn't even be allowed onto the sidewalk outside. But for some reason, most of us hand out VIP passes to total strangers. A random person comments on your outfit, and suddenly you're questioning your entire wardrobe. Why? They're not a stylist. They're just a person who probably burned their breakfast this morning and decided to project their stress onto you. So here's a game-changing rule. Only take criticism seriously from people you would actually take advice from. If you wouldn't trust them to help you assemble IKEA furniture, they don't get a say in your self-worth. Number 3, people speak from their own reality, not yours. Most opinions people give you aren't really about you. They're about themselves. If someone says that goal is unrealistic, what they really mean is, I wouldn't be brave enough to try that. If someone says, you shouldn't dress like that, what they mean is, I'd be uncomfortable wearing that, so I'm going to project that on you. Once you understand that people's words are basically reflections of their own insecurities, fears, and limitations, their opinions stop feeling like facts. They start feeling like noise. Number 4, you will never get everyone's approval, and you don't need to. Think of your favorite food. Got it? Good. Someone out there hates that food with their entire soul. And that's okay. If even pizza has haters, you definitely will too. And that's not an insult. That's freedom. Trying to make everyone like you is like trying to put out a house fire with a cup of water. Exhausting, impossible, and honestly, pointless. You're not meant to be universally liked. You're not a flavor that everyone is supposed to enjoy. Some people will love you, some won't, and none of it changes your value. Number 5, master the neutral face. One of the most powerful skills in the universe is keeping a straight face when someone says something ridiculous. If someone hits you with, I don't think you're cut out for that, just look at them like you're buffering. No arguing, no defending, just emotional airplane mode. That silence confuses people. They expect you to react, and when you don't, they start second-guessing their own comment. Meanwhile, in your mind, you're like, your opinion has been added to the recycle bin. It will be deleted shortly. It's beautiful. Number 6, check how much power you're giving people. Imagine if every time someone said something negative, a little video game bar popped up above their head showing how much emotional power you granted them. How's the job search? Still nothing? Power bar, 60%. You look different today. Kind of tired. Power bar, 80%. I don't think you should chase that dream. Power bar, 95%. Suddenly, this person, who doesn't live your life, doesn't pay your bills, and probably can't remember their own Wi-Fi password, has more power over your mood than you do. You control that bar. And most people shouldn't get more than 5%. Number 7, start asking yourself better questions. When someone says something that gets under your skin, stop and ask yourself, is this actually true? Does this help me grow? Does this person understand my goals? Do I even respect this person's judgment? If the answer is mostly no, the opinion is invalid, disqualified, not worth your emotional energy. Number 8, build your own inner voice. Here's the real secret to not caring what you're told. Build a stronger inner voice. If someone says, you can't do that, but your inner voice says, actually, yes, I can, guess which one matters? Their voice becomes background noise, like that music playing in a coffee shop that you stop hearing after 5 minutes. People's opinions don't disappear. They just lose volume. Number 9, you always have a choice. When someone gives you an unwanted opinion, you have 3 options. Soak it in, fight with it, or mentally mark it as spam. Option 3 is healthy, peaceful, and honestly kind of funny. Not everything requires a reaction. Not every comment deserves a comeback. Sometimes your power lies in choosing not to care. Number 10, redirect your focus immediately. Your attention is valuable. Don't waste it replaying negative nonsense. If someone says something hurtful or discouraging, don't give it a second life in your mind. Redirect your focus towards something that actually matters. Your goals, your growth, your happiness, your identity. That's where your attention belongs. So the next time someone throws a random, unnecessary comment your way, whether it's judgmental, discouraging, or just plain weird, remember this. You're allowed to mentally shrug and go, yeah, no, thanks, and move on. You don't have to accept every opinion people drop at your feet. You don't have to adjust your dreams every time someone coughs out a doubt. And you definitely don't have to let people who aren't living your life tell you how to live it. You get to choose what matters. You get to choose what sticks. You get to choose what shapes you. And here's the best part. When you stop reacting, people stop trying to control you with their words. They feel the shift. They realize you're not subscribing to their commentary anymore. You don't silence people by arguing with them. You silence them by outgrowing them. That's real freedom. And that's what you deserve.